It's our second morning back here. Definitely colder this morning. There's frost all on the outside of the tent. Having some coffee. Curtis is taking care of some business outside somewhere. So, man, we still haven't heard any bugles. Kind of disheartening a little bit. It's September 20th right now. I think it's just a matter of time before we hear a bull bugle, but we actually just found out that both of our tags are good for cows too, and we had opportunity at cows yesterday. So, man, all that nice, fresh, tasty meat sounds really good. So if we get another opportunity at cows, I think we're probably gonna go after it. I've got another elk tag in Arizona later this year, a bull tag, so I can chase 6 points around on that in familiar terrain. But man, putting all that meat in the freezer sounds pretty good, so we might send it on those things. Obviously we're gonna try to strike up a bull though, but if we get another opportunity at cows, might be time to pack some meat.
Are you sold?
Yes.
Let's go find an elk.
It's a simple game plan. Find elk, kill elk,
Eat elk.
eat elk.
Yeah.
Expectations are a funny thing. They have a knack for either feeding one's hopes or leaving them disappointed. There's no elk here. Curtis and I 100% thought that we were going to be sifting through bulls like it was nobody's business. After poking around for a few days, though, that just wasn't the case. We soon realized that if we wanted to be successful, we were going to have to change up our tactics. This meant lots of walking and lots of glassing. What we thought would be a hunt riddled with calling sequences was now a spot and stalk ambush situation.
They dropped down, like down to the right.
Yeah.
They went right into those trees we came out of.
Okay.
The other day.
Yeah. So, I just spotted some elk, some cows coming out of the trees down lower on the mountain that we saw the big bull on this morning. And then Curtis spotted the big bull up higher on the mountain with another cow. So, good news, like we're not making a play tonight, but this is super reassuring for tomorrow morning because our plan was to try to get up on this mountain in the dark and just kind of wait, get up high and just kind of, so we have a view and just kind of wait for them to mill out and then we'll make a play from there. But after watching that big bull dump over it into the next drainage, we were kind of worried, like, man, I hope he's still there. He's still there. There's kind of elk scattered around this whole hillside, so pretty awesome. Feel great for tomorrow morning. It's nice to be looking at elk consistently.
chip shot. A perfect broadside.
Little forky. Would have been tendies, man.
Oh. But they'll never get big if you shoot the little ones.
That's true.
They're fun to watch. But man, that was tempting. I've got bloodlust.
That's okay. We're gonna shoot an elk tomorrow.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I mean, we'll get one tonight. But God, that was close. That was cool. Be a nice little addition, as long as we don't drop it.
All right, so we cooked up our massive harvest from the other night. We got a couple grouse. I have actually never had grouse before. This is the first time of me eating it, so I'm pretty excited. So here we go. Gonna get it on camera. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot less arrows in my quiver because of grouse. Dude, that's so good, man.
Yeah,
It's
super
like
good.
tender.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Tasty.
we're not passing those up anymore.
These are backcountry chickens, is what they are. Sweet. Grouse man. And first grouse with a bow. That was your first grouse with a bow too, right?
Yeah.
And Curtis's first grouse with a bow. So good things. Hopefully tomorrow this is a tenderloin from an elk.
It will be.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. We just gotta send it.
Mm-hmm. But we won't be passing up any more of these delicious little grouse.
Yeah, the grouse are gonna be a distraction. Morning of day 5 back here, getting all the morning chores out of the way, packs loaded, brekkie, coffee, getting all ready to go here. We've got a pretty good pin on where we think this bull and his cows are gonna be, so we're gonna get in there in the dark, and hopefully he sounds off, or we get a glimpse of an elk somewhere over there. We've been on them every single day. If we can keep doing that, I feel like we got a good shot at getting one of these elk on the ground, and hopefully 2 of them. That'd be great. But we have all today and all tomorrow to hunt. We're packing out Saturday morning. It's been a freaking awesome hunt so far. It's getting better and better every day that goes by. We're getting closer and closer. So we're just gonna put our best foot forward and hunt our freaking heads off today, and hopefully we will have elk meat on our backs very soon.
My tensioners.
Oh man, that was exciting for like 5 minutes. It's really hard getting all this elk hunting action on camera, being the only camera guy. So, but Curtis and I slipped up on the top of this ridge, and then the bull from yesterday sounded off down in the bottom.
sounded off a few times. We saw the cows, heard timber popping. They were moving up the hill, so we were like, screw this. Let's bomb down on top of him and try to, bugle in his face. Start popping limbs and stuff. He went quiet and they continued their way up on into their bedding area. The good news is that this is the same type of setup that Curtis had the other day when he missed this bull. So he knows roughly right where they're bedding, and we know right where they're gonna come out, and he knows right where we're gonna sit and hang out to wait for these elk to come out to feed this evening. So hopefully it all works out. But freaking elk hunting goes from 0 to 60 to less than 0 in like minutes. So we just hang out on this ridge, and this is gonna be our home today.
We just heard a couple cow calls down beneath us. I'm pretty sure it's a hunter. Now there's some bugles going on. The thing that's throwing us is it's right around the same area where we saw these elk.
It's either on that ridge or it's down.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna work. That's a dude.
It's too many.
I wonder if they're gonna come over this way and bump those elk back this way. Fingers crossed that these guys push these elk right into us. It's just too many bugles going on and it sounds too pretty. We know exactly what this bull right here sounds like. He's a growly dude. No, too many.
Yeah.
Well, those calls that we thought were a hunter were indeed a hunter. It's two guys with like 6 goats or something.
Yeah.
Had like 6 pack goats with them, just dragging them all over the place, bugling their heads off. Never heard someone call that much. Anyways, we are at a really good glassing knob right now. Gonna kill some time, eat some lunch, probably take a snoozy, and then we're gonna go set up on this herd, and hopefully they come right up the hill like they should, and we connect. As long as those elk aren't boogered, I don't see why they wouldn't do that. The good thing is with those guys, that bull never sounded off to them, to all their calls, which is not surprising to Curtis and I, because we've been chasing this bull for
3 days.
like 3 days. Yeah, he doesn't answer back to anything. He's very tight-lipped. The only time he bugles is when he wants to move his herd. He's a really nice bull, and hopefully he comes strolling by us this evening.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
This is one of the best parts of the day of elk hunting. It's nap time, so take a snoozy, then we're gonna go kill one of these elk. Nap time was a huge success. Now we're heading over to set up on this herd of elk for the evening. I think we got a good shot at getting on these guys again.
Alright, we're all set up right now in our evening spot. The other day, when these elk came from the bedding area that they went to this morning, Got pretty good shooting lanes all throughout here. It looks like most of it's top pin stuff, so which is good. Gonna be close. So fingers crossed, man. Whew, been hunting our asses off. Hopefully it all comes together. Curtis and I sat for about 45 minutes or so before the bull started bugling. And a short time later, Curtis had a cow walk by at 14 yards. From where I was, I couldn't see the elk, but that was fine by me. Curtis just shot a cow. She was at 15 yards, came up right next to him broadside. So freaking awesome, man.
Dude, what did you do?
Poked a hole in a cow, man. We heard her crash. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Our little ambush setup freaking worked, man. I fully expected, like I just heard something, and I looked to my right, and here's a freaking cow standing like 25 yards. I expected him to be down below me or something. I don't know what I expected, to be honest. But then she works in, and she went behind a tree, and I drew back, and all of a sudden I got a clear shot, and it's like, holy crap, send it. So I did, and yeah, man. I
heard her. We heard her crash. She went down the hill.
Yeah, I think it was. She was like quartering to. It was right on that kind of angled back from the crease of the shoulder, right? So I think if nothing else, it was definitely double lung and about mid body. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like,
Yeah.
It's all kind of a blur right now, but
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was a good shot. It was just like, where exactly? I don't know. But yeah, I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh, you gotta get a range. And it's like, screw that. She's like way close. Just use that top pin.
Well,
So yeah,
dude.
I'm stoked.
Let's go find her.
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
Just found Curtis's arrow.
That's what's left of it.
So got good penetration.
There's blood on it, so that's cool.
Yeah, we're on her track right now. Got some blood going right here. So, heck yeah.
Got dead elk, baby. Nice. Kind of wedged in, but it's alright. Thank you. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Gosh, we've been working so hard.
Dude, 6 days
Yep.
straight. Like, I was looking at my step counter. I think we're averaging something like 18,000 steps or something, or per day.
That's elevation.
Yeah.
That's not 18,000 steps on flat ground.
Yeah. That's at elevation, and that doesn't count vertical, but this is an awesome. God, that's cool, man.
Heck yeah, man.
Thank you, Mrs. Cow. That's so cool. I'm stoked, man. This is awesome. And we gotta unwedge her.
Pulling the trigger on an animal gets a whole lot of attention. And while it is the goal on every hunt, it isn't the end-all be-all by any means. It is but a second of an entire adventure. Curtis and I hunted hard for 6 days, and for one of us to connect on an elk was prize enough for the both of us. This was not an elk hunt rich in encounters. From start to finish, this hunt threw us curveballs, and from start to finish, we continued to put our best foot forward, accompanied with a positive attitude. It was all about resilience, and that is something that we were rich in.